Hi everyone, I am Heather, and I want to welcome you to Magnificent Authors Podcast, brought to you by Magnificent Mamas. This is the show where we'll celebrate the magic of storytelling and the power of words. I'm your host, Heather, and each week I'll be sitting down with incredible authors from all walks of life to explore their creative journeys, uncover their writing secrets, and delve into worlds they create. Whether you are an aspiring writer, a passionate reader, or simply curious about the minds behind your favorite books, this is the podcast for you. So grab a cozy blanket, pour yourself a cup of tea, and get ready to be inspired by the magnificent authors who join us. Let's dive in. Hi everyone, I am Heather with Magnificent Mamas and Magnificent Authors Podcast. We are joined here today with author Daisy Paige. Daisy, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Daisy. I'm from Texas. I've been writing for about 4 years now. I have 2 books out. I'm writing my 3rd book now.
All right. Do you want to go ahead and tell everybody about your first 2 books?
Yes, my first book is called Unexpected Moments. It's my life story. It ends, before it ends, I'm diagnosed with MSA, which is multiple system atrophy, which is a rare terminal disorder, and I've been battling it for about 4 years. My book ends with the person that wrote my foreword, and that was Kirk Cameron. So I'm real happy about that. My second book is called Beyond Heaven's Gates, and it picks up where Unexpected Moments was off, but first begins with 6 short stories that I had glimpses of heaven and what happens after you go.
Did you have like a near-death experience?
No, it was just visions. I think, or maybe even dreams, but they were so lucid. And
Yeah.
it made me feel more at peace, though.
That's good. It's got to be scary living with something terminal.
Especially rare, because, doctors don't know about it. I'm having to educate them.
How rare is it? Like 4 in a million, or
4 out of every 100,000 people.
holy cow.
Yeah.
That's rough. I know my daughter's brother, when he was little, he had some major health issues that affected his life, and he's in his 20s now, and they didn't think he would make it even that long. But he had a rare condition, and it was like 4 in a million people get it.
Wow, that's really rare.
Yeah.
This one has a prognosis of 5 to 7 years.
So you got the diagnosis 4 years ago?
Yeah, it's 5 to 7 years from onset of symptoms. So I'm in my 5th year now.
That's got to be a little scary.
It is, but I know I have some work to do before I go, and that's why I'm writing this other story. And I have a singer, I don't know if you've heard of her, Brooke Robertson. She did my book trailer song.
Okay.
And we just met a couple of months ago, and I'm getting ready to see her again, so I'm excited about that.
That's awesome. What are you currently working on? You said you're working on the 3rd book?
Yes, it's called MSA Crusader, because I have a podcast with another MSA patient, and it's called MSA Crusaders.
That's awesome. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that book without giving away spoilers or anything?
Sure. It picks up once again where my second story left off, and in that story, I almost lost my life. I was sepsis, and so this book picks up where I left off, and just last August, I met David on a YouTube video, and I asked him if he would be interested in joining me for a podcast. So it's about all the guests we've had on our podcast and how we're all battling this, and we're all MSA Crusaders.
That's awesome. Can you tell me a little bit how MSA affects your life? I don't think I've really heard much about it.
Yeah, it's similar to Parkinson's. That's what you're usually diagnosed with first, except it's with autonomic failure. So you lose your voice, you lose your bladder function, your digestive system fails, your kidneys fails, and everything that you don't have to think about that your body does for you begins to fail until ultimately death.
That's very scary.
So far I'm losing my voice. I'm starting to lose my voice. I've lost my bladder functions. Mobility, that's another one, similar to Parkinson's.
Yeah.
So I've lost that. I'm in a wheelchair, and I'm having blood pressure problems and breathing problems.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry you're going through this. It's definitely not fair by any means. Nobody wishes, for anyone to have terminal diagnosis. And our thoughts and prayers are with you.
Thank you. It's very scary in the beginning, but you kind of get used to it. And I have to be strong for other MSA patients. I've joined the MSA Alliance, Defeat MSA Alliance board. So I'm on there so I can help as a patient advocate, so I can help support other patients.
That's awesome. You've got such a kind heart. So many people wouldn't be doing everything that you're doing while facing everything that you're facing.
Well, it gives me purpose. I say, I still feel like I have something that I need to do. And I'm really glad that I can support other patients and help them get through this too. And those that have just started showing symptoms, I can help them, let them know what's ahead so they don't have to be surprised.
Yeah. That's so rough. Do you find that the writing helps distract you?
It does. And, David, he has his own separate YouTube station, and he does that, and I do writing. So we both have our way of journaling our journey, so to speak,
Yeah.
through this. And so, like I said, it helps other patients know what to expect. And it does help me get through each day.
Do you write every day?
No, I don't have time every day. I have some surprises like yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, Wednesday, my nurse came to change my catheter. I have a suprapubic catheter. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yes, I do. I was a CNA for a while, so I understand.
Okay. So she came to change that and she couldn't get it out. So I had to go to the Shreveport yesterday and see a urology specialist.
Yeah.
And the nurse practitioner there, she couldn't get it out. At this point, I was so scared and in such pain. So a urologist comes in there and he just yanks it out. It scared me to death.
Oh, jeez. That would be scary.
So, and then, like, I stay busy. Mondays, my nurse comes to see me. Tuesdays, I have speech therapy. Wednesdays, I have swim therapy.
Hey, that sounds like fun.
It is very fun. I can actually walk in the water, so it makes me feel free. And they take my catheter and roll it up, plug it and roll it up.
Yeah.
And tape it with Terraderm film. So I can get in the water and feel free from my cord. And I can walk, without my walker or being in a wheelchair. And it just gives me a sense of freedom, so to speak.
Yeah.
And then Friday, physical therapy comes to my house, so I don't have much time to write.
Yeah.
I take what I can get.
Do you know when you think you're going to have that next book published?
Back when I was writing Unexpected Moments, I set a goal of 90 days, and I started writing it in October, and I was finished in January. So I made my goal, and I had it published in March. So I'm shooting for 6 months this time.
Yeah. Do you think you'll reach your goal with the publishing?
I do. I'm a very determined person. I don't procrastinate, and I try to stick within my goals. Keeps me motivated.
That's awesome. That's good. You need that, and you need that positivity there.
Yes. Like I said, it helps gives you a sense of purpose and makes you feel like you have something to do, accomplish.
Yeah. And what you're doing does help. You're reaching people and you're supporting people and you're just helping them and guiding them.
Oh,
And
and 10% of my proceeds of all my books are going to defeat MSA Alliance charity.
that's awesome. That's such a giving thing that you're doing. We'll definitely have to mention that when we're promoting your books and whatnot as well. I know we already have you as a featured author with your 2 books right now. And I know when we're sharing the podcast and everything as well, we want to make sure we mention that so that people know that, they're not just, finding a book that's going to be good for them to read, but also helping an important cause as well. Because as you said, this was 4 in 100,000 people that get this.
Yeah, I want to leave a legacy behind for my family and as well as MSA patients and families.
How's your family handling everything?
Well, that's very sad. My middle child, which is my youngest daughter, she's gonna be 30 in August, and I haven't seen her in almost 2 years. She lives about 20 miles from me, but she can't bear to see me like this. It hurts her too bad, so she'd
It's
rather be mad. And that
maybe
hurts me.
maybe she'll come around.
My oldest daughter, I don't see very much, but my youngest child is my son, my only son, and he's in the military. He was stationed in Nebraska. Like I said, I'm in Texas, so
Yeah,
he was able to come to Louisiana. So he's about an hour and a half from me, and he comes to see me about once or twice a month.
that's awesome. And you've got to be so proud of him.
He's a mama's boy, 6'5", but he's still a baby to me.
Aren't they all mama's boys?
Yes,
I know
and
my husband is the baby out of 4 siblings. He's got 2 older sisters and an older brother, and he's a mama's boy, definitely. But I can respect that, so I think that's a good quality.
it is. I really, really, really love that.
Yeah. So, what else do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Well, I used to like to paint, but I can't now. I can't even write. I have to use my computer to peck at
Yeah,
because I write chicken scratch now, so I can't really paint. So I'd say just reading books, trying to find clinical trials. Um,
what
that's
ty-
what
what types of books do you like to read?
I like to read. Fiction and love romance stories. Some sci-fi, but my husband, that's all he likes, sci-fi. So it kind of gets old. Oh, I remember I was gonna say my children have already lost their father, so that's
Mhm.
one reason why I think it's hard for my youngest daughter, because once she loses me, she won't have any parents.
Yeah,
I can understand her. I just put it in God's hands
yeah,
and
that's all you can do.
hope she'll come around before it's time.
Yeah. Well, I hope so. And I hope if she's listening, she knows how much you love her and how much you miss her, and hope that she's there to see you before it's time.
Yes, that's all I can do.
So if you're out there listening, go see your mama, please.
Please.
That's sweet.
My books are on Amazon.
Yep. We also, obviously already share your content on our website, but the day we share the podcast, you'll be featured all over our social medias that day. So don't be surprised seeing your book everywhere.
Well, that'll be nice. I will say that Unexpected Moments was published by a publisher at first, but I wasn't doing very good, so I republished it myself, which because I was able to do that through the contract that I had. And so the covers are a little different, but they're the same book, and they get more proceeds for charity on my second book, second publishing of it.
Yeah. That's a wonderful thing you're doing, honey.
Well, thank you. It means a lot to me to do something, like I said. If I can do something for others, I've always been a really giving person, but now I really want to do something for others and keep myself busy.
Yeah, I understand completely. I think I would feel the same way, honestly. And we appreciate you sharing your books and stories with us.
Oh, and thank you so much, Heather, for having me on to do that.
Of course. Is there anything else you want to say to anyone out here listening?
Yes, I always say, don't take life for granted. Even the simple things like brushing your hair, brushing your teeth, going for walks, things like that, because they can be taken for you in a moment's notice. Like me, I used to walk the beach and used to do yoga every day, and I can't even shower myself anymore, brush my own hair, brush my teeth. So I just like to share always, please just don't take life for granted. It's a precious thing.
I agree completely. I don't want to wear you out or anything. I know you've had a rough couple of days, but I just thank you for taking just a little bit of time out of your day to talk with us and share about your books and your life and your experience. That way, more people can reach out and connect with you, can check out your books and help support, your cause that you're fighting so hard for.
Yes, and Unexpected Moments is not just, it is about my life, but it's about challenges that I had being sexually, physically, and emotionally abused. So it's for victims of domestic violence as well as people with MSA or people who learn about MSA. I gave you a card. Have you been able to read it yet?
I'm working on it. I've got it. I'm working on it. I've got so many books to work through right this second.
I bet you do.
Once I'm done with it, I will let you know, and I will also send you the review as well.
Please do. I'd like to know what you think of it.
Definitely, honey. Of course. I definitely will.
Well, have a good weekend, and
you too, and you get some rest, and our thoughts are with you, and our prayers are with you.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me.
You're welcome. You have a good night, okay, Daisy?
Okay, thank you, Heather.
You're welcome. And everyone listening, don't forget to check out Daisy's books. Don't forget that 10% of proceeds go to help an amazing cause that not too many people know about, I'm assuming. And just don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And we love you, Daisy. We're always here for you.
Thanks, Heather.
You're welcome. Have a good night, okay?
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And that's a wrap on another episode of Magnificent Authors Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was a pleasure to share another inspiring conversation with a talented author. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Magnificent Authors Podcast so you don't miss any of our upcoming conversations with amazing writers. And be sure to check out Magnificent Mamas on our website, which is www.magnificentmamas.us. or on our Facebook page for more inspiring content from incredible authors. I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's episode. What resonated with you the most? Head over to Facebook or leave a comment on our website and let me know. Until next time, keep reading, keep writing, and keep those imaginations soaring.